This is John Cola with OKRaw.com. Today we have another exciting episode for you. We're here at the 2014 Woodstock Fruit Festival. I'm having a great time, and I had the chance to pull Don Bennett, DAS, aside. He's been into a raw, vegan, fruit-based diet for over 20 years now. If you want to learn more about him and his work, you can check him out at health101.org. And why we're here today is because Don gave an hour-long presentation here that you guys were not able to come to because you guys probably weren't at the Woodstock Fruit Festival having all this fun. So I'm here to actually interview him and share some of the top tips that he shared in his talk with you. And the talk that we're going to be talking about today that he gave was how to have healthy teeth on a fruitarian or fruit-based raw vegan lifestyle. So Don, what would you say the top 3 tips are for people out there that may be having some challenges with their teeth and want to heal them, or people that just want to not have the problems in the first place?
Exactly, that's the thing, not have the problems in the first place. Just like anything else with cancer, diabetes, or heart disease, don't get them in the first place, prevent them. Prevention is the way to go. Normally during the day, you're passing, first of all, on a fruit-based diet, you're passing a lot of fruit by your teeth, a lot of sugar, but that's normal, that's natural, that's what we're designed to get. So why do teeth go south? Why do they start losing enamel when people start eating a lot of fruit? The body has a balancing mechanism. You're passing a lot of fruit, a lot of sugar by your teeth, it feeds the bacteria in your mouth. That bacteria, their waste products are acidic. It's the acid, it's not the sugar that rots away teeth. You could take a tooth that your child lost, put it in a glass of sugar water, it's not going anyplace, it'll stay there forever. Put it in a glass of soda or something acidic, vinegar, boom, it's gone. So the bacteria in your mouth will make acid, and it starts to erode your enamel away from your teeth, a very thin layer of enamel. But what happens is your saliva is constantly also bathing your teeth, and if it's mineral-rich saliva, it just replaces that enamel that's being lost, that very thin, tiny micro thickness of enamel. So no worries, and you don't lose enamel. So here's the problem. If you're not eating mineral-rich fruit and greens, the sugar is still there, right? And it's feeding the bacteria pooping, and it's an acid waste, and it's eating away at the enamel of your teeth, but your body isn't able through the saliva to remineralize the teeth because you're under-mineralized, basically. So tip number 1 is make sure you're eating mineral-rich food. If you can't get it somehow, you can't grow your own, then the only option is there's 2 options. Let your teeth rot away, or get some, like a really good, worthwhile green powder, a superfood that's a mineral rich into your diet. I've only found one that I really like, one that works. It works for me and all my clients. And get it into your diet. Now you'll have mineral rich saliva, and that'll help to keep from eroding your teeth. Also, you want good, you want vitamin D. Some people say, well, vitamin D doesn't really help the teeth. Well, the jury's still out on that one. So make sure you keep your vitamin D levels up to where they're supposed to be. If not for your teeth, for your bones, for crying out loud, right? Also, there's a thing called dental genetics. Some people have strong dental genetics where no matter what they do, their teeth are bulletproof, and they have good teeth for their whole lives. So if you have possibly weak dental genetics, like I do, then before you go to sleep at night, do some oral hygiene. It's a good idea. Floss to get stuff out from stuck between the teeth. Use a toothbrush, but not as a brush. Use it as a tooth tool, very slowly, moving it around at 45-degree angles to the gums to get trapped food under the gum line. And don't put anything on your toothbrush. What did he say? Don't put anything on your toothbrush. It's called dry brushing, because the capillary action of the toothbrush will help to pull the stuff away from the gum line into the toothbrush, and then you rinse it out, or just suck it. I mean, it's your own stuff. Don't worry about swallowing it, and just keep going slow. You won't annoy but you don't want to use any toothbrush. Number 1, you want to use a soft toothbrush, and not just any soft toothbrush, but one that's designed to do this very thing that I'm talking about. In my dental blog on my website, I give links to the 2 toothbrushes that are designed by dentists to specifically do this, to not be used as a brushing action, but more as a tooth tool. They look the same as other toothbrushes, but they're really good, and they won't annoy your gums because you don't want receding gums either. All right, and another part, you can call it number 3, is also part of oral hygiene, where with weak dental genetics, it's a good idea to rinse your mouth out with something before you go to sleep. I'm not talking about Listerine or any of those kind of mouthwashes. You can make your own, it's a lot cheaper. Diluted clove oil, and there's an iodine mouth rinse that you can use that not only kills the bacteria, but strengthens the teeth. And you can leave that in your mouth for 10 minutes, that's what I do, and just swish it around and then spit it out. And it's like a fluoride treatment for your teeth, but instead of fluoride, which is a toxin, it's iodide, and that's good for your teeth, and it strengthens them and kills the mouth bacteria. So that's probably, you do that and you should not have any problems with your teeth.
So definitely I would agree with Don on all those factors. You know, one of the most important things for me, because I have had teeth issues in the past and I don't want to have any more, so I also have researched this topic really a lot in detail. And I mean, I agree with Don. One of the other things I like to do is, you know, I like to use an oral irrigator, like a water pick type device, or I got one actually that I think on Don's referral, hook up to my shower, so I just spray my teeth down. Basically, we want to get rid of the bacteria. You know, the bacteria are a big problem. They cause the problems. So we want to try to, especially up in the gum lines, and get a teeth cleaning if you need to do that. If you got like pockets that you can't get in there with some of these devices, and with general maintenance, maybe just to get you a fresh start, and then start off with a fresh, you know, mostly bacteria-free mouth. And then if you could maintain that. The problem is many of you guys out there might already have a lot of bacteria hanging out, and even with your best flossing and you know, the techniques you're using, you're just not getting rid of them. So then they keep multiplying and breeding, and then they just make the problem worse.
Oh, I got a 3A.
Okay.
3A is don't eat unripe citrus. Unripe citrus is very acidic, and that will just really erode away the enamel of your teeth. And if you do eat regular citrus, I mean, it has citric acid in it, don't brush right after you eat ripe citrus, because your enamel is soft. If you brush right away, you're brushing away the enamel. So just rinse your mouth out with water. The minerals in the water help to reharden the teeth, so to speak, after you eat ripe citrus fruit.
Yeah, I mean, one of the other things I like to do is I like to, you know, brush often throughout the day, not just at the end of the night and not just in the morning, you know, to help get some of that sugars off, which then will not feed the bacteria, and also, you know, help get the bacteria off at the same time. So Don, if somebody wants to learn more about their teeth than we shared in this simple, you know, couple-minute video, how can somebody learn more about their teeth and ensure that they're gonna have healthy teeth on a fruit-based or raw food diet?
Absolutely. I have a dental blog that I started that I just keep putting stuff in and adding all the advantageous things you can do, the beneficial things you can do. It's on my website, health101.org. Go to the EDU section. That's a section for you guys. It's not really for mainstream people. And there you just go down to, it says Don's Dental Blog or something like that. You'll find all this information. And remember, if you're having problems with your teeth, don't blame it on a fruit-based diet. There's something else going on.
Yeah, I mean, definitely agree with Don's suggestions that he gave you guys today. I mean, to look up to Don, he does a lot of research. He's been doing this an awful long time. So yeah, check out his blog, check out his website for just tons of information, not only on the dental stuff, but a lot of other stuff as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and now with some of this information, you'll be able to, you know, prevent problems with your teeth and hopefully even start correcting them if you are having some challenges. Once again, my name is John Kohler with OKRaw.com. We'll see you next time. And remember, keep eating your fresh fruits and vegetables. They're always the best. All right, this is John Kohler with OKRaw.com. Today we have another exciting episode for you. And this episode is going to be a short one of that. The question is, I got a nice horse here. Where does the horse get its protein? I mean, this thing towers over me. It's super huge. If we look in its mouth, and I'm not going to open up.